Welcome to the Romance Your Tribe podcast with me, Janet Beckers, where every episode is about action, creating an online business you absolutely love, and bringing joy to the work you do. Let's get this party started. Hello and welcome, Janet Beckers here, and today's podcast episode is all about getting stuff done. One of the biggest things that I find that I get an obsession with, and I know other people do, is trying to understand how is it that these people who get all these wonderful results in their business, the people who you follow, your mentors, the people who are always putting stuff out there, how are they different to you? What is it that they do that makes them so productive? Like they must have a special morning routine, or there must be something that they've got that they've nailed. What's their secret? So I've done lots and lots of different productivity courses, and like a lot of people, tried every type of different diary that you can use as a way of organizing yourself. And with all of those, I've got lots of different ideas on what works for me. Okay, but different things work for me than work for other people. So today I'm going to introduce you to what I call my C.L.E.A.R time formula. And that C.L.E.A.R time, I really love this. I love an acronym that actually makes sense. It's going to be C.L.E.A.R. So there are actually 5 steps to this. And so this is the actual system that I have developed. First of all, for myself, because I have times when I am Super Janet. When Super Janet is totally productive, focused, super clear, like you can almost see my cape flapping behind me. And then I'll have other times where I am vague as anything, Janet, where I can start to really super duper procrastinate, where I start to feel down and unhappy and losing focus and start to question why I do what I do. And I'm starting to look externally for what can be fixing this. I do that as well. And so what I do, so first of all, I created the C.L.E.A.R time system for myself so that when vague procrastinating Janet is looking for some kind of direction to be able to get back to Super Janet mode, that I've actually got a system that I can go to. So there you go. This was when Super Janet created this for Janet in procrastination mode. Now, since then, I've introduced this to clients who loved it. So I built it out into a course where people work through it, and now that course is one that I include in my Attract Your Tribe Academy, because I know if you're doing a program, a coaching course that's going to walk you step by step to create your online business, you need to to be able to be as productive as you can. So this is giving you a sneak peek into what is in that bonus module, C.L.E.A.R time, that my Academy members have, and of course my Accelerator members get everything. So let's have a look. So what does C.L.E.A.R stand for? And the course itself has got lots of templates and very short audios, because you don't want to do a time management course that takes a lot of time. So yeah. So this is, I'll introduce you to the C.L.E.A.R, and so you can see why, if you're not as focused as you want to be, if you are stuffing around and you're not getting things done that you know that you should be getting done, this might give you some insights that it's not just a matter of getting the right kind of diary or writing out yet another list. Oh yeah, I see you. I am the list writing queen. So much so I'm looking over here to the edge. I've got a whiteboard that takes up my whole wall where I duck down notes. There are lists all over there because I have been in procrastination, vague mode for a few months, to be honest. I know that there are a lot of people sort of like that at the moment, so don't beat yourself up, because we have had a lot of, changes in our lifestyles over the last few years. So I know this is not unusual, but I was actually going, oh, why am I stuffing around? Why am I not doing this thing that's really, really important because this other thing unimportant is taking my attention? Why? And I was talking to my husband about like, oh, what's happening with me? Like I'm really feeling disconnected. And he goes, don't you have a course like that for your clients? So I've actually just been going through the C.L.E.A.R time course myself just recently. So here you go. It's something that you revisit and you will keep on revisiting. So let's start off with the C for clear time. The C is about clarity. And with the clarity, I have a framework that people work through to do that. But it's not just clarity on what you've got to do. You've got to get clarity on why you're doing it and why this specific project or this specific business, and really getting clear on what floats your boat. So there's some real processes that you can go through on like, what is it that is, for me, like what is it? I'm just having a look at the worksheets that I've got in that clear time. So you've also got to get clear on what your boundaries are. Okay, so what is it that you are definitely saying yes to, and what are you definitely saying no to? Like, this is just the number one thing, because sure, it may not seem as if that's going to be the thing that gets you time managed, but you need to have a list so you can go, that's right, that's why I'm doing it. I kind of forgot. I got disconnected. I got stuck in the little bits and forgot the big reasons. I forgot what I say yes to and what I say no to. You actually need to remind yourself. I actually record on my phone little messages to future Janet, reminding me of my why, reminding me of my negotiables. So there you go. So number one, you got to get super clear on, there's a few different questions you've got to do, but clarity is your first one. And record it somewhere so when you're feeling vague, you can go back and you don't have to keep on redoing the work. You just need to revisit. So that's the C for clarity. Your next one is lifestyle. So L for lifestyle. So let me just get this one open here for me. Now, as a big part of your lifestyle, this is really doing your big planning. So one of the first things that we do in the program is we look at what I call the Virgin Diary. Well, a girlfriend of mine referred to it as the Virgin Diary, and I love it. You know when you get your diary or you get a big calendar and there's nothing on it. So we have the order that we fill in those things, because work will always take over what you do. So you want to get a really good reality check of what's important in your life, blocking in those things so you know exactly how many hours you really do have to spend on your business. Because that's one of the things us entrepreneurs do, is we go, oh, I've got to get all this stuff done. I'll get it done this week. And then at the end of the week go, what did I do? Well, actually, it was impossible, what you may have given. So we look at your dream diary. We plan what your lifestyle is, what is important, and then we fit business around that. Then if we're going to fit business around that, well, how do you plan it so you know what's the most important things to do, and how do you actually stay accountable to it? Because once you've worked out this is where business gets done in this time slot, well, you've really got to be productive here. Now, for me, I have found working on 90-day planning blocks works really well, because it allows me to have a big enough vision without me just working off a to-do list, but it also allows me to block it down into a to-do. Now, I have all these templates that we use for doing the first brainstorming, to working out priorities. We've got this gorgeous tool, the Chaos to Clarity tool, that, to narrow it down so you know the priorities. Then we work out, like, really, how do I know if I've done them? Like, what does the end result look like? What have I got to do to make so I know that I've done it? So I've got a whole process that we work through to that, and you end up with, okay, here's my 90 days. This is what I'm doing in 30 days. This is how I'm rewarding myself. This is how I know that it's been done. And then it comes down to narrower to, okay, what have I got to do this week? So once you've done that, and I always go to a cafe and do this stuff, and I use the same templates that I use with my clients, by the way. I use exactly the same material. I do that about every quarter, and it keeps me focused because then I can go, okay, well, this is what I'm doing for this 90-day period, and this great opportunities come up. Does it fit in? Or is it just going to distract me? Okay, this goes to the next 90-day period. Okay. Or if it is so amazing, well, I've got to work out what's going to change. Okay. So this, that's where it comes down to. But you've got to start first with what's the lifestyle you want. Okay. Make sure you block that in. For me, this is my year of music festivals. I've been trying to do that, but these lockdowns keep on happening. Now we've finally got freedom. So I have blocked in, even up till next year, festivals in other countries that I'm going to because I love live music. And of course, wherever I go for the live music, I'll find somewhere to wild swim when I'm there. Give me those two things and I'm happy. And everything else can be focusing, the other things that I'm doing. So for you, what is it going to be? Now, let's go back to, so we've covered C for clarity, L for lifestyle. E is energy, okay? This is a really practical thing you can be doing. Everybody gets their energy in a different way, okay? And some people are morning people, sometimes evening people. You've also got those things that keep your energy high and things that suck your energy. Different personality. So really understanding personality types and how that fits in with your energy and planning your days and your month around that energy. So I talk about quite a few different things, but one of them is around understanding personality types and how you can manipulate that for yourself. But also, doing things like keeping your energy, like blocking time, blocking tasks. Example, I'm recording a podcast today. I'm recording multiple podcasts because that's going to be using this particular sort of energy. I'll be using a different energy when I am doing other things in my business. So, we look at how to maintain your energy and how to do the things, that you're doing the right energy for the right task. Okay, so really have a look at that. So your number one thing is really, can you batch things so that you're using the right energy for like-minded tasks? It's just a really simple thing for you to start with. Now, where is our... Okay, so we've got... I've lost my thing out here. So clear, we've got energy. The next one is action. Okay, now when it comes to action, I use lots of different things that help me to just get stuff done. One of the things that I found was a great resource is with my a couple of cohorts of my accelerator clients, we included things that were what I call get shit done days. And I have an actual formula that means that I would be running it and cracking the whip, but I'm not doing all the stuff. I'm holding the space for a particular way to create a one day where you can get more done in that one day than you might get done in a week. And it's called my Get Shit Done Day formula. So I had the clients going, can we do more of these? And I'm going, well, that's, it's a whole day of my time. We can't get too many more in. So I actually created, like, here is the framework. This is to create your own ones. And so I actually had clients bundling together to create their own VIP, their own Get Shit Done days or doing them solo. And so just having a way of really getting stuff done. For me, I have found that I'm a person who will, if I've got a deadline, I will get more done the hour before the deadline than I might have for the days beforehand. So I have to trick my mind. So I use timers to create artificial deadlines throughout the day. And I use an app called Mind FM that actually distracts my brain. So I'll stop thinking about what's in the fridge. And so I can set it for 60 minutes or 90 minutes. And I've got to get this particular thing done in that time. So that's just one little tip that when it comes to action. But this is where a lot of your little productivity little hacks come in. This is the kind of thing that people always think about when it comes to people being super productive. These little things are just minor little tactics. It's this other stuff that really is where the needle is moved. And when I am being Super Janet is nailing this stuff and doing it really, really well. All right, now the next thing is the R in clear. So far we've had clarity, lifestyle, energy, action, and the last one is review. Because every 90 days, very often, you might get to the end of your 90 days and you have a look at what your plan was and you go, oh dear, I didn't do very well. I'm still got things on my list that I did not get done. Instead of beating yourself up, I have a process that we work through that is a review format for you to be able to look at it and go, well, okay, why didn't I get it done? Because it may very well be that you just really weren't quite aware yet of how long something will take. Or these were the things that were the bottlenecks. All right, what can I do for this next quarter to fix that? Maybe you didn't have you had the wrong ways of what your milestones were, what your measurements that you had to do. You might have been focusing on the wrong thing. Here is an example. Instead of it being, focusing on number of sales, should I really have been focusing on the number of people who I booked in for a sales call? I can impact that, not the other one. Like, should I have been focusing on that instead? These are the sort of reviews that you can do, like just review and go, that didn't work. I'm not beating myself up about it. Let's review and work out why and see what we can do that's going to fix it next time. How can I do better? Or what went, and what went really well? Like, what did work well? What did I do consistently? Or what did I do that gave me joy? What did I do that, grew the business or got clarity around the business? So doing that review is really, really important. To even if you look at it and you go, wow, I just totally nailed it. Like, things worked really well. Apart from the celebrating, then you can go, well, why did that work well? And how can I do more of it? And was there anything in there that I could have done even better? So all of that review process is really important. And the other thing is the rest. Okay? So, rest through. I'm absolutely obsessive on sleep. I'm one of these people that I calculate how many hours sleep I'm going to get as I'm going into bed, and I'm totally obsessed on sleep because not getting enough sleep is such poor productivity. Like, it's the thing that makes the big difference, and so are those rests. So that's why when we were working out lifestyle, one of the first things we did is filling out that calendar, that beautiful Virgin diary, is putting in your holidays, your weekend away, your reward days, putting that stuff in there because you need to make sure that you recuperate. Because us entrepreneurs, our minds are going all the time with creative ideas. We're always thinking and getting excited about things. It's so easy to just keep on going. So this R, as well as being review, as well as being rest, it's also reward. And so that reward, how are you going to celebrate yourself for doing stuff, for moving towards your dreams rather than just talking about it? So that comes in there as part of that rest, that reward, and that review. Okay, so quick review, clear time, clarity, and I have to keep on reminding myself of that. Why I'm doing what I'm doing, who I do it with, what's unique about me, and what are my non-negotiables? Like, what do I absolutely say yes to and what do I absolutely say no to? So clarity, lifestyle. Design your business right from the very beginning so that you've blocked in the things that are going to be important for your happiness. So lifestyle. C.L.E. for energy, really know yourself and actually plan your week around your energy. And hey, one thing I didn't mention for us women is really know your cycle. So you can be planning that out for the month as well. So during ovulation period, man, oh man, that's when you're recording your videos and running your webinars. And hey, even for us women that are peri or postmenopausal, you'll still have a bit of a cycle there. So it still does affect you. So, and then when you're having time when there's menses, well, hey, that's when you just do the grunt work. So you can plan all that stuff. So work with your energy. So C.L.E.A. is action. That's where all your little tactics come in and you get your stuff done. And I talked about doing get shit done days and having a structure around that. And then the last one, the R, which is to review, to rest, reward. So that's how the system that I have used to get stuff done. It's the system that I use with my clients. So we have that as a module, as a bonus with my Attract Your Tribe Academy. And it's something that when I work with people closely, with my accelerators and when they're the people who get to work like with me one-on-one, like we actually use this 90-day, the 90-day planning material and the accountability and the rewards and the goal setting that goes around it. We use that as a structure for me to provide guidance and to keep things on track. So it works. It really, really works. And so just also know once you've got that framework, you personalize it. Because trying to slot into somebody else's, this is the perfect morning, this is the perfect diary to use, this is the perfect way to measure KPIs and all of that sort of stuff, if it doesn't work with your energy way of working, your personality type, it's not. You're always going to be pushing it, and you don't want to do that. That's not productivity. Okay, so that's my framework. I hope it works for you. I would love to hear from you. Which of those, like out of those 5, C.L.E.A.R, what were ones that was an aha for you that you thought, that's something I really need to do? And so here we are. This is perfect Janet creating this, of course, because she has just been reviewing her own material and applying it. So I would love to hear from you, what your thoughts on that, and any tips that you can share with other people that may be watching wherever you are watching this. Come and find me on any of the socials at Janet Beckers. Let me know. Come and share. And I'd love to hear some extra tips that you've got, because I'm always looking for things in that A for action area. All those little tiny tactics that you can implement that work really, really well. I'd love to hear from them. Okay, go get them, folks. Bye. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I loved hanging out with you, so let's do this again. The best way to do that is to subscribe right now to Romance Your Tribe podcast so you never miss an episode. And if you'd like to dive in deeper to more episodes, great resources, and really in-depth free training, come over and join me at romanceyourtribe.com. Bye.